State's Exhibit 34K.
Mm-hmm.
You recognize who that is?
Yeah, that's Phil.
Okay.
Hey, what's happening, y'all? Some people call me Tip, but this is about another kind of tip that can help our mothers, our sisters, our brothers, and our fathers help get the perpetrators who commit crimes against them off the streets. All you got to do is call Crime Stoppers Atlanta. Tips can be anonymous, and there's even a reward. The number to Crime Stoppers Atlanta is 404-577-8477. That's 404-577-TIPS. Channel 2, community coverage you can count.
I guess the government just couldn't, with the things that transpired, with the different situations after certain clubs, and then they just started putting anybody in black, whatever they did wrong, it was BMF. That they just started painting a picture to say that they needed to get us off the street. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And that was, I've seen it happen so many times that I knew the blueprint, I knew the move. I've seen it happen so many times before.
Yeah, you talked about it. I remember I remember in 2003 we talked about it before that night. That happened, man. Just so happened you went to Magic City that night. You remember that?
Yeah. You remember, huh?
Yeah. Oh, man, come on, man. My memory is good, man. Yeah. My memory is good. One thing, drugs enhance you, some of them. You just can't overdo them, man. You know what I'm saying? But they enhance. Man, I remember everything, man. All that, you lose all your brain cells from smoking weed, that's a fairy tale. I know people 90, down there 100 years old are still smoking, and they remember a lot of shit. But, I remember back then, them talks we had,
Where my fire starters at? GFTV back with another Fire Flame Meltdown. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Stomp, step, and stand all over that notification bell when you want the latest. And if you ain't a fire starter, hawker, walker, or stalker yet, what you waiting on, family? Come on over here and subscribe. Because we stomp, step, and stand on real morals and traditional principles. And we know ever since this situation with Big Meech has come to the forefront, ain't nothing morally sound or traditional about it. And not only that, y'all, just like I promised, as days and weeks continue to linger by, I was going to continue to bring y'all nothing but strategic information about what's going on in and around this situation with Big Meech, BMF, 50 Cent, and the whole Stars situation, as I continue to bring the fire and the flame. Big Meech has been left for dead. Big Meech has been left out to hang him high and dry. And what I mean by that, ladies and gentlemen, is we have right here Big Meech back in 2016 writing a letter to Russell Simmons, all right, begging and pleading Russell Simmons to stand, begging and pleading Russell Simmons to speak and certify for his clemency and for his release. Check this out, y'all. All right. As we all know, around the time where President Obama was in office, it was a lot of laws being changed, a lot of laws being thrown out, and a lot of new laws being brung in. All right. But not only that, man. All right. It was a particular law that was brung in to play, which was, okay, drug offenders being sentenced of non-violent crimes, all right, which allowed offenders that were sentenced to get a what? A jail reduction, a sentence reduction, as we have Big Meech pleading with Russell Simmons in this letter, all right, which was a 6-page page, a 6-page letter, all right, full of documentation on why he should be released. And not only is it full of documentation on why he should be released, fire starters, hawkers, walkers, and stalkers, it is full of documentation of alleged other things that came into play that he feels as though needed to be told. Now check this out. As it says, all right, the needs and wants in my life are much more different than when I was 17 years old trying to become a man. Big Meech writes, my brother and I are first-time non-violent offenders, and our 30-year sentences are worse than some Colombian and Mexican cartel members. All right, so as y'all can see, this is also another form of snitching, another form of what? Implicating what someone else is doing instead of just worrying about what you are doing. Because at the end of the day, if you can't do the time, don't do the motherfucking crime. As we have Big Meech pleading about how he's been sentenced to more years than what another Mexican or Colombian cartel members have been sentenced for, when he is also associated with who? Mexican and Colombian cartel members. Make it make sense, y'all, because I don't see no sense in none of this shit. And not only that, man, as he continues, he say, man, all right, I was helping an inmate who was being jumped, and it landed me in the hole, all right? And not only that, man, as it says, all right, how he was found with a cell phone, and it led to his placement in a program, all right? And he writes to Russell Simmons, like Russell Simmons actually going to help him. Like Russell Simmons can actually pull some strings, or can he? Because it seems like if he's writing Russell Simmons, out of all people, it seems like Russell Simmons can pull some strings. You know why? Because Russell Simmons has ties to a lot of prisons that are built in the United States. But that's a whole nother subject for a whole nother day and topic. As it says, he was caught with a cell phone, and they put him in a most violent and disruptive program for inmates in the Federal Bureau of Prisons. All right? And he says any other inmate that got caught with a cell phone just loses their privileges for a year and gets transferred to another prison. But they put me in this SMU violent program. Now, why I have a problem with this, fire starters, is because we have the drug lord, the super black mafia kingpin, all right? The super plug, super black cartel of the nation that's actually complaining about being placed in an SMU violent program when you are a property of the federal system now. You are a property of the penal system now. What do you expect to happen? And not only that, since you done sold your rights to Tammy Cowens and 50 Cent, what the hell do you expect is going to happen? Because it seems like, to me, you have no idea about the facts of life and what goes with it. And like I said, Big Meech is no different from any other individual walking the face of this earth. All right? He sleep and shit and piss just like everyone else. All right? He has the same 24/7, 365 as the next man. And to me, it just seems as though, all right, he thinks he deserves special privileges just because of who he is and the things that he has done on the street that disrupted multiple communities that disrupted multiple lives. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this, fire starters. Like, share, subscribe. Always remember, fear the fire and fear the flames. God fear.